Hello, we have a 5 handicap game against a 6 down pro where black lost by 8.5, so that's a pretty good performance. I have the feeling that black showed too much respect to the pro and tends to be a bit conservative at times, especially in the late stages of the game. But overall, it was a pretty solid game. So let's check it out. Now this is a typical start for a handicap 5 game where white overstretched like this. And black played extremely tight, this r14. Now black can consider n3 or o3 in order to reinforce the q4 corner, because q4 corner is much closer to white stones on the bottom, and after defending here black can consider the invasion at j3 or h3. So if white plays away, black can ignore completely and come inside, but of course it's still okay to react locally, and after black takes center, he will invade the bottom side. So having a stone on the bottom at o3 gives some support for the upcoming invasion. Okay, let's go back to the original game. Black can also consider r6. So normally a stone like q4 needs more attention than q16, because white is already getting close. So let's suppose black plays a move like o3, white jumps out or slide and extend back to reinforce the bottom against the invasion. Now black still has the chance to play r14 or a middle side extension in the top, and say like this, or a middle side extension on the right side. So these are all big points for black, and overall black is doing well because the 5 handicap, it's a pretty large advantage. Alright, so r14, then white attacks the top, that's fine. This attach, it's still okay in handicap 5 games, but it kind of helps white. So normally consider a pincer. Any kind of pincer, can be a tight one or a loose one, high and 2 space high pincer, or simply defend high or low. The thing is, if black doesn't attach or contact the single stone, is not going to strengthen it. Once black plays an attach move, white can easily fix the weak stone. So now white got a base, and black still needs a move to protect against the cutting points. So here it's normal to play a move like c14 to fix the problem. Well, this is a Joseki, and in handicap 6 to 9 it's actually quite recommended for black and it works well. But in the lower handicap games or in even games, you gotta be maybe a little bit reluctant to play this f16 attach. So it's hard to say if this kind of Joseki helps black more than white. This extension is possible too, or the high one, but the proper way is to simply defend the corner. So black extends, and that leaves some agi around e16 cut, or later on the shoulder hit at d11, we will see. So white attacks the lower corner because q4 is the weaker stone on the board right now. Black pincers. It's not necessary to pincer here. Simply defend. If white slides, white needs to extend back for a base, and now black's group is strong enough, so black can invade the bottom. Black doesn't have to worry about life and death in the corner and immediately block s3, because l3 is far away from the corner. If it would be at m3, then yeah, it's proper to play s3, but right now it's okay to invade. So the pincer here can be a little bit dangerous. It's also possible. White is trying to set up a cross-cut fight. Normally white should just jump out and then either slide and slide again, or consider the sun invasion. Anyway, this attach, it's a nice move. If black blocks, white will probably cross-cut and try to mess up the situation a little bit. I guess this was white's plan, so take the territory on the right side, and in this case black is going to have a wall, but the wall is facing the bottom stones, so it's not really functional for black. So black decides to avoid the complicated stuff by playing Nobi, but this Nobi leaves the tiger mouth. That's a very nice shape for white. So now black still comes back and defends the group. Now for black it's very big to turn r9. If white plays a double approach, black can still go out, either with the attach or play an Atari on the second line. Wait. And then leave in the corner. So even if the group gets surrounded, black is actually fine, and turning R9 and Atari S8 gives black a lot of potential on the right side. So the turn is quite large, but O3 is also very big. The problem is now that white can simply push R9. So this feels good for white. Now the two black stones, they are kind of floating. So black no B, and white invades the corner. That's good. So white decides to live in the corner, because again, black's wall on the outside, it's going to be a little hard to use. Not completely meaningless, but kinda wasted. So white leaves. This is a very proper move to leave in the corner, and black makes some shape on the way out. Normally black can play just p5, but white will go out anyway. Then black should jump out again between the groups. Now with this move, black escapes and also prepares an invasion on the bottom side. So white will defend, and black actually needs to turn here in order to put pressure on the group on the right side. Anyway, quite an artistic move to go out with this O6 too. This is a nice move. So white jumps, black cannot really cut, too dangerous. Atari, Atari, connect, and then when black covers, he will lose the tail. And when black connects here, white comes out and the entire group is in jeopardy now. So very good to play the Hane, pull back to stay safe. White comes out between the groups, and black defends proper. Yeah, this is a powerful move, and next the invasion can be dangerous. So white is alert and protects the bottom area. This is a 4 sequence. Very good to turn like this and keep cente. This turn, it's actually a thank you move. White protects. Usually here, black can cut. Now, if white captures like this, black gets all the 4C moves in cente and is not going to worry about the push and cut at E15 anymore. On the other hand, white is over concentrated having K17 close to the tick formation. So it's good to cut to see how white reacts. If white still wants to stress the cutting point at E16, white will play Atari under and push along, and here black can leave the position like this. So these are just two exchanges to see how white reacts. It's a probe. The follow-up locally is to push again and capture the stone in the net. So this way white ends up low on the second line and black has more thickness towards the middle, but black can also discard the two stones after white played 2 times on the second line. So what I mean is black can play, for example, Keima here, and if white captures the stones, that's not a big problem, it's just gote for white. Another way for black to play in the top is to go shoulder hit, then push and cover. So this way black gets a stronger wall, and again white is lower on the third line. Because like this, white simply gets ahead on the fourth line, and there is no more agi in the top, because when black cuts now, white will capture in a ladder, and black should still come back and protect against the cutting point. So it's good to remember the cut at G17 or shoulder hit J16. And actually another option is to play the clamp. If white comes out, black goes down. If white blocks, black Atari, white connects, and again black gets more thickness in the middle and white is on the third line. So push again. This can be passive, white doesn't have to answer. The bottom is nice to play this schema, threatening the invasion at J3. So if white protects, already the box looks very promising for black in the middle. Push again is nice, so black connects all this area. Of course the push is not going to be cente, because if white defends again, then black Keima here, and if white plays some Keima here, black can just Hane once, but white will block and it's fine. Atari connect, no problem. It's just that white is forced to be on the third line again. Then black still expands the moe on the left side on a pretty large scale. So push along. This is a move that white can ignore, and he does. So shoulder hit. So instead of push, To prevent the shoulder hit, for black it's more interesting to play a move like E11 or a Keima D12 or a two-space jump D13 because this also prevents the cut. Push and cut doesn't work anymore. Ladder is good. So like this, black it's a bit more conservative but keeps most of the territory on the 4 line and the moyo is still large enough. So this feels like a wasted move, playing a neutral point in Puseki. So when this shoulder hit is played, black reacts with fighting spirit here. But actually black can push like this, or black can push the other way. Then if white comes out, black simply came under, or now plays a move like D13, and when white goes down, just go down to B13. So no more cutting points, a lot of territory in the corner, and white is on the run. So this group has to jump in the center to survive. So black can attack this way. The other way it's also okay. Push couple of times and then turn. So white is still on the run. Not an easy game for white now, trying to rescue the heavy group inside the moyo. So when this happens, white goes down, very good, and black should go up, because now white needs to nobi again. Black can push one more time and then double up. So there is no ice for this group. White is still on the run. This double up doesn't put enough pressure on the D11 group. So it felt a little bit chicken style play. Push here is better because the follow up is to Hane on top and cover. So white found a way to Sabaki here. Connect solid is very proper and good. White makes some eye shape. Black cuts. This cut is actually not necessary. It's a bit better to jump here and threaten the whole group. If white connects and black simply surrounds the group like this, white is still forced to make some eye shape eventually. Okay, let's just suppose white leaves inside and then black either plays a Keima or jumps in. So black still profits taking the corner, which is about 15 points, and the territory in the middle. So overall, it's not too bad. Now cut. White leaves inside. On this move, actually, black should go down because it's too easy for white to play b14 and continue with Hana on the first line to settle the group. When black goes down, this removes the eye shape. So white needs to play here, black will block. Then white has to come out, probably Kosumi, black Nobi, and keep jumping and running. So as long as the group is running, black can profit taking territory while attacking. This turn is also very big because it puts pressure on the group on the right side. But white found the opportunity to leave in center on the left. So this just feels too good. Okay, here actually black can Atari and then connect. Because the group will leave anyway, so this will save 2 points in the end. We will see why. I mean, later in Yose, white got to play Hane connect, so black just lost 2 more points. Anyway, white jumps out here, that's important. Then black secures the corner, that's also very big. 1 pip here, it's okay. Makes white heavy. And then p17. So white got to reduce a little bit. Very good defense to play s10. Also s11 is an option. If white pushes here, black blocks, white connects, black has the Hane instant. But similar idea, so s10 it's a good move. Now white makes life. Oh, very nice idea to play this Tetsuji. Excellent move. If black simply connects, it's heavy, so this nose Tetsuji shows more fighting spirit. Then cut. Alright, white comes out, putting pressure on the group. This cut shows fighting spirit also. Black can push here 1 time to secure the group and threaten the bottom. White will probably pull back and push again, it's also big. White usually Nobi or Hane, then Nobi. So black just got stronger here and then cut like this or peep. Because being stronger on the bottom, it's much easier to chase the group on the side. Besides here, black has Hane and defend O2 in center, this move is threatening the corner, so white needs to play S1, then the follow-up is center 2. And white is O2 is center, so if white plays away, black will just push, and this is actually the L group, which will die. Because when white plays here, jump inside, push, sorry, we can just play here. In fact, the push works too. So this is one way to kill, and if white goes down, just push here and it's dead again. So a move like O2, it's always center against the corner, it doesn't have to be P2. Anyway, black splits, white pushes out, hang on, the ladder was working. It does, but that's only one stone, not so big right now. Should still push here because the group on the bottom it's a little bit in trouble. Also, it's big to play M17, and it's big to play a push like this, trying to cut from behind. White will come back, then push here, push again, and one space jump in order to keep the pressure on the entire group. So this feels a little bit slow. Very big for white to extend M17. Now, instead of attaching, black should go shoulder hit first and then attach. This is the combination. If white plays here, the attach is still an option. No big jump. Here black can just Kema and surround the two stones in a net. Like this, yeah, white can play more forcey moves. Now usually here it's better to descend and sacrifice both stones, because like this black gets to play more forcey moves. And again, it's good to push like this or like this in order to expand the middle. When white captures right away, for white is nice to have the follow-up at b5. And now if black goes down here, this is not going to be center, and if black plays Atari, white can fight a call. Therefore black is not encouraged to play anything around b4. So you gotta stick to the rule of descend or add another stone and sacrifice both, which means descend, so now there are two stones, and then a forcey move here and another forcey move. So in the end, white has to play all those moves to capture and then push here. So this one is threatening the invasion, but yeah, white turns. White plays with a lot of fighting spirit here. Black can actually Hane. Then on Hane go up more points in the center later on. So wedge to create some cuts. Now this Hane made black defend too conservative. Black can actually block with Hane because there is no danger of snapback or anything, and this Hane prepares a double Atari. So when white connects, black will go up. If white cuts here, black has a double Atari, then take the stone. And even if there is no double Atari in the way, black can just capture the stone. Like this. Nothing happens. No snapback. So this is too conservative. Must Hane and go up in order to build more points. That's another place where black lost some points and it cost in the end. And now the proper move would be block here. Otherwise white will push in center. But this group on the bottom, it's a little bit in danger too. In fact, not so much. Because here black can block in center, then Hane, and make the second die like this. So, okay, white defense. Yeah, black is too conservative here. Must block like this. It's super big. So, white got the bottom. This descent is not so urgent yet. So first of all, this kind of block. If white answers, it's okay. If white doesn't answer, it's also fine. Also, going down here, it's a center move. And Atari to make sure white doesn't push in center. And then in the top, it's good to play N18 and Atari like this. So this will prevent O18. I think if black plays a really good endgame from here, black can still win this game. So this push felt good for white. Then push like this. The block is actually better at N14 because when white cuts here, black will take. If white cuts here, black connects. So the three stones are still dead inside. no way to escape. And with the bump, black builds more territory, and taking away a liberty can reduce the center more. Pull back here just gives up a few more points, and 1 point here, 1 point there. In the end, that's what makes the difference. So black jump out. Black needs eye shape, huh? So if black plays here, white will connect under, black will push, white plays here, Atari inside, then block, then Atari on the outside, and now actually white's group is in trouble too. So black can jump out now, and then white needs to pay attention and stay alive with a move like this. So let's see what happened. Black escapes, white no B, black needs to protect, that's a very good shape, and white links under, yeah. White got some points here. In the end game, the valuable points are on the second line most of the time. So here it's some kind of ladder. Very good move. The connection is not really necessary because it's not going to be Sente. And anyway, Atari here, it also doesn't do much. Push and block. Well, this turn, white will block, then this move, white connects, Atari connect. And then, yeah, simply block here, and then Hane and hanging connection. So this Atari, it's really not a problem. Black is fine. Blocking here is like trying to make 2 extra points. If white pushes and black blocks, there are only 2 points, K and L6. This was big. In fact here, black can block solid. When white comes in the corner, black has the Kosumi and white will die anyway. So this group is dead like this or like this. And then white will play Hane and connect, but black can go down. So again, the whole corner is black. This is giving up another point. So white got everything in center. Oh, monkey jump, very good. That was all center. Nicely done by black. Push here one time. The connection is not necessary. Better turn one time. That's only 1 stone. And now reduce some points in the middle. Oops, that's a misclick. So this would be center and jump to reduce the center like this. But now it's closer and closer. So this one, white got the 2 points in center in the top left. That was supposed to be black. Oh, this is so big too. Actually here on the left side, earlier, black can push like this and then play 1 Atari to make sure white is not going to connect under. If white wants to fight the ko, so be it. But if white simply connects here without fighting the ko, black doesn't have to do anything. And later when white captures, Atari and descend, and white needs another move inside. So in the end, actually after all these moves are played, white needs to play 1 more time inside to prevent a double snapback. So there are lots of points on the left side. 6-7 points easily. So white was happy to get b5 and connect under. Actually white is making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 points extra on the left side. So this is where black lost the game. Playing too many conservative moves. And it's an option. If white cuts, black has Atari from the top, Atari from the other side, and then just cut the stone in the middle. So you give 1 stone, but you take 1 stone with some surrounding territory. And I think this is a pretty good trade for black. So when Hane, actually white might pull back. Oops. I mean like this. So undo this one. Hane, go down, and then connect. And now white protects again. Beep connect, beep connect. Oh, that's dangerous. Hane. This is a move that white has to pay attention, because if here, Atari and cut. Ouch, the whole dragon dies now. So, this way, white just build more points. Yeah, so once again, the end game should be Atari and go down. Then white needs to play the nose to Suji. Black can block here. Hane like this. Atari under and connect. So there are a bunch of extra points on the bottom. Okay. Oh, black can cut. No problem. If white cuts here, it's self Atari. If Atari, just connect. A few extra points there too. Hmm. Okay, those were center moves. This is a good move to prevent white's Hane in center. Ah. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Yeah, not much to do. And that's pretty much it. 1 and 2 points moves. Center Gote. So quite an impressive game by black after all. But it's a pity black didn't get more on the left side. I mean, originally black had a huge potential and in the end only got 2 points and white leave inside very comfortable. Also on the right side, the territory could be bigger and in the middle black could reduce more. So was the bottom. So yeah, a few points here and there and that can make the difference and win a game. Better luck next time.